A glimpse into the life and time of an Islamic teacher, a revivalist, and a selfless leader, Sheikh Mustopha Idris Abu Zahra Adibakti, fondly known as Malam Mustopha in Ibraland and beyond. He was born on the 24th of September 1974, corresponding to the 80th of Ramadan 1394 after Hijrah. He was born into the blessed family of Malam Idris and Hajia Halima Ibrahim of Idoji district, Okene, Kogi State, in an area popularly called Apokiti. From this, his well-known nickname, Adibakti, meaning one from Idapokiti. His educational background: he attended RUCM South 1 Primary School, where he obtained his first school leaving certificate in 1988, and Okene Secondary School, where he earned his SSE in 1993. After 2 years of unsuccessful admission attempt, he enrolled for IJMB in Zaria in 1995 to 1996, alongside his close friend, Imam Washinkiti, Hafizahullah. He later gained admission into the University of Maiduguri in 1997 to study veterinary medicine. His love for knowledge: from childhood, his father enrolled him at the Ibera Central Mosque Islamia, Okene, where he began his Quranic education and progressed through different levels until graduation. In 1989, after completing Islamia and his secondary education, he continued studying Quran and Hadith under Malam Binyamin of Idoji, Okene. In 1991, he became a member of Jamaatul Fitianul Islam, Youth of Islam, where he served as a preacher. His thirst for knowledge took him to Kano and Kaduna, where he benefited from Islamic libraries and circles of learning. By 1995, he had already connected with many scholars of Al-Sunnah wal Jama'ah, such as Sheikh Muhammad Adam Awal Albani Zaria. In 2003, he attended Dawrat al-Ilmiya, knowledge workshop organized by Saudi scholars in Nigeria. His aim in applying for the workshop was to secure a scholarship to study at Jamiatul Medina, as it was the tradition of the organizers to award scholarship to the best students at the end of the workshop. However, in that particular year, the organizer focus was solely on teaching the correct Sunnah and Aqidah, without offering scholarship abroad. In other years, outstanding students were usually given the opportunity to further their studies at Jamiatul Medina in Saudi Arabia. Although he missed this chance, he never relented in his relentless pursuit of knowledge. Who were his teachers? Some of his early teachers include, but not limited to, Ustaz Abdul Razak, Ustaz Benyamin, Ustaz Raji, Ustaz Jibril Sudan. As he advanced, he studied under prominent scholars such as Sheikh Muhammad Awal Adam Albani Zaria, Sheikh Adam Awal Maishago, Sheikh Musa Asabe, Sheikh Abba Al-Banawi, Sheikh Salih bin Saad Al-Suhaimi, Sheikh Adam Jafar Kano, Sheikh Al-Qasim Al-Qanawi, Sheikh Nazif Yunus Jos, Ustaz Kabir Kaduna, Sheikh Isa Pantami, and many others. His modest achievement in Dawah: Sheikh Mustopha devoted his life and resources to the spreading of undiluted Sunnah and Tawheed. Among his many contributions were co-establishment of Markaz Al-Sunnah wal Jama'ah in 1996, preaching of authentic Aqidah and eradication of shirk and innovation, advocacy for proper hijab among Muslim women. He has also championed revival of notable Sunnah in Ibraland and beyond, such as praying Juma before the sun reaches its zenith, awareness on Sunnah on observing prayers with shoes on in the mosque, demolition of shrines that misled people in Ibraland, such as notorious Abu Shrine in 2006, Okumbeku Shrine, and many more, hosting and inviting prominent scholars of Sunnah to Okene, expanding his Dawah network across and beyond Kogi State. His firm stance against Bid'ah innovation, which earned him the Asadu Sunnah, means Lion of Sunnah. His extraordinary kindness and empathy cannot be overemphasized. Beyond knowledge, Sheikh Mustopha was a man of rare generosity, empathy, and sacrifice. He lived not for himself, but for others, and was known to always put people's needs before his own. His life was full of countless acts of benevolence, but a few stand out as shining example, and here they are. Sponsoring the education of 2 schoolgirls. One afternoon, Sheikh noticed 2 young girls walking at a building site when they should have been in school. Concerned, he called them over and asked why they weren't in school. With innocent faces, they explained that they had to work in order to pay their school fees. Sheikh, moved by the plight, immediately paid them for the day's work and firmly told them never to return to such labor. He later gave them their school fees in full and encouraged them to continue their education, planting hope and dignity back into their young hearts. A surprise gift to a Christian neighbor. In the house of one of his brother and associate, Adai Abu Sahal, a Christian neighbor once narrated how Sheikh stopped a theft Okrikasela who was passing by. He asked her to pick out the best item for him, and naturally she assumed they were for his wife. When she finished, Sheikh smiled warmly and said, "They are all yours." It turned out he had only stopped her so he could buy the items and gift them back to her. A simple but profound act that reflects his generosity and kindness across religious lines. Putting others before his own family. One of his wives once recalled a moment that revealed the depth of his selflessness. She called him from Zaria to say the family had run out of food. Sheikh promised to send some money by 10 a.m. But the time passed with no alert. When she called again, he explained that on his way to the bank to send the money, he met an elderly woman in desperate need. Without hesitation, he gave her all the money. Even though his own family was in need, Sheikh helping others always came first. Giving away his own clothes. According to Ustaz Abu Hamza, one of his former students, narrated how one of his students admired a new set of clothes Sheikh had made for himself and his young son, Ayman. Without a second thought, Sheikh gave his own clothes to the student and gave his sons to the student's child. He prefers seeing joy on others' faces rather than keeping comfort for himself. Turning business into charity. On another occasion, his wife had sent him a bundle of socks from Zaria to sell in Okene so that he could return the proceeds. But instead of selling them, Sheikh quietly gave them all away to sisters who could not afford to buy. When asked why, he simply said he found more happiness in giving than in selling. Indeed, Sheikh Mustopha's life was a flowing river of kindness that never ran dry. His generosity knew no bounds. He gave not only from his wealth, but from his heart, his time, and even from the little meant for his own family. Truly, he was an embodiment of compassion, selflessness, and love for humanity. His arrest and martyrdom. On the night of Friday, 14 June 2013, Sheikh Mustopha Abu Zahra was unjustly arrested by Nigerian security agents shortly after returning from Bida, Niger State, where he had gone to assist some students in securing admission into the College of Nursing, Bida, Niger State. He was unlawfully detained for an extended period without fair hearing or trial before a court of competent jurisdiction. Despite MASWAJ's relentless effort to seek for justice, the case suffered endless adjournment, moving from one date to another without resolution. Then in 2015, a tragedy struck. On 25th September 2015, during a jailbreak at the DSS office in Lokoja, unknown gunmen stormed the facility. In the course of that unfortunate incident, our beloved Amir, Sheikh Mustopha, was shot dead along his close brother and associate, Abu Thabit. May Allah have mercy upon them. Only Allah knows what truly transpired on that painful night. To him alone, we raise our complaints, and to him we entrust their souls. We pray that Allah accept their sacrifices elevates their ranks among the righteous predecessors, makes their graves a garden of light, and admit them into Al-Jannat al-Firdaus. Prepared by Ustaz Chogudo Muhammad Jamiu, edited by architect Suleiman Abu Amar, and presented by MASWAJ Media Committee. Jazakumullahu khairan for listening.